Alrighty, how is it going, Renee? Great talking to you earlier. It was great catching up. I really apologize again for the sudden surgery I had to have, but I'm just glad to be back and finally able to start this project to get this going along. So yeah, I'll go ahead and keep this video short because I don't want to take too much of the memory and as far as like having the email render not being sent to spam. But again, this will be a very comprehensive tutorial as far as trying to get something clickable, as you mentioned earlier, because I noticed you were having that problem. So yeah, let's get to it if anything. So here I am on Leadpages. I'm on your main site here. And as you mentioned earlier, from what you told me, you said you couldn't click any of these images. And if you did, it would just kind of redirect back to the home page. Now, what I've come to find is if you notice these little blue outline sections here, the reason why you weren't able to click these images and have it redirect to a different page was because these little boxes here kind of represent an empty space where you could put like something such as a button, a headline of text for someone to click on. So the reason why you pretty much couldn't get anywhere else is because there was nothing to click on for the most part. If you come up here to your home page, let's go over and highlight the schedule as showing. If you see here, there's something called edit click event. Now this is what I was mentioning earlier as the gear icon as far as editing what a certain button does. So the reason why you were probably a little like caught off guard with that was because there really wasn't anything to edit. So basically in this tutorial I'll be going over on how to actually add a button and then, making it something clickable so someone can be sent over to a different section on your page. So let's go ahead and do that now actually, and we'll be using these little pictures here as examples. Of course, you could pretty much do this on any section of your website as long as there's a little like blue section here that's available. So let's just go and do that now. So keep in mind these little empty blue spaces, they'll pretty much there for organization's sake. Let's go ahead to the left and we'll see something called widgets. Now once you click this here, actually there's going to be a lot of different options here, and it might be a little confusing at first, but for this purpose here, I'll be just be utilizing the button as it's the easiest to set up a link with. It is possible with the headline or even a video, but again, we'll be using the button for simplicity sake. And yeah, let's go and do that. So we're going to go ahead and drag this little button section here, if you see here, and we're going to drag it to one of these empty images. Now, if you notice these candy cane looking sections here, these are little sections where we can add the button. Now, of course, you kind of want to put it into a section where it looks visually appealing. So I'll put it to the center for now. And yeah, so once we do that, we've just created a button for the most part. Now, it doesn't do anything just yet, but we're going to go ahead and set that up. And for the text, we'll just simply put view listing to keep it, for tutorial sake. Okay, so once we do that, we could always just edit the button color, the font, but we're gonna ignore that for now. I'm sure you could figure out how to actually change the colors if you want it red like most of your site, which does look a little better if you ask me. But the most important thing when actually setting one of these buttons up is to actually have it be clickable. So if you take a look here at this little paperclip icon, you're gonna see a bunch of options here. Now one says open a pop-up, one opens a Calendly pop-up, link to a site page, link to a page section. This can get really confusing really fast. I believe for this purpose, if you're trying to take someone to a listing section of your page, we're gonna link them to a site page. Now these are pages that are set up for you already. If you click here, you'll see your home page, your listings page, your about you page, your contact page, excuse me. And you'll also be seeing your investors page, which I saw you set up already. So for this example, I'll be going ahead and clicking listings just so I could show you how this button leads to your listings page, for example. Now again, later down the road, once you have like some kind of IDX offer like KV Core or something of the sort, you could actually have these buttons individually linked to the exact property rather than have them show every single property and have the end user look at for themselves. But a point for story for a different day. Let's go ahead and just click save for now. So now this button's actually all set up to go. And if you feel comfortable after this email, after this video, you can go ahead and just play around, drag buttons to like all these sections here, and then just start editing stuff in, play around with it, see what works best for you, what kind of actions fit best your site. But again, yeah, I'm pretty much just setting up this example. I'll click delete for now. So once we have this button set up, I'm going to show you how this works. Actually, we're going to go ahead and click preview up here. This is going to be pretty much our little testing site. We're going to let this load ahead right now. One quick second. Okay, sorry about that. So now that this is actually just a test version of the site. This isn't published yet, obviously, but once it goes live, it is what's going to look like, obviously, without the top. So yeah, if we go down to the section to the listings images, we now see the button that we just made, right? So we'll go ahead and click on this. Now we did set it to go to the listings page. So if we click this, it should go to the listings page. Now, you know, again, you could set it to go to like an individual property like this one, for example, but this just goes back to the homepage, obviously, because nothing is really set up. Now, I'm not sure what kind of IDX software you are going to use in the future, but there might be some complications when setting up buttons like this. So for now, I would just have your listing set up as like a list on your on this section here, and just have everyone look at it that way, just for beginner's sake, and just so for now it doesn't really confuse the heck out the website. So yeah, hopefully this helps out a lot, Renee. And like I said, you could add these to anything else. Like for example here, these little text here, like you said, it does lead to the home page. So I'm actually going to go back and teach you how to do this for the most part, to set up these links for those individual text pieces there. Because I did just set it up for an empty image, but for those that already have text, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that as well. So let's just give this a couple seconds here and scroll down to this little section here, the for sale, for release, recently sold. Now again, when I was referring to earlier, there should be something called edit click event. Now for this, we're gonna go ahead and click this little button here. Now it looks like there isn't an option to use a to pick an actual site. So what you will have to do for these things, for example, if they're just text, you're gonna want to go ahead and get the URL to your individual page and just paste that here. And then again, you can click either open a new window or this option here, but I hope you get the point here for now. Looks like, yeah, you have to set that up manually until you actually have a website on the site available. You kind of can't touch this for now, if anything. So, oh, I'm sorry, looks like I double clicked on something. So yeah, looks like you could edit this. So for this example, we'll do it again. So we'll click add click event. We're gonna go ahead and click link to a site page. We're gonna link this to the listings page again. Click save. And we'll do this for the for release, just for this example as well. Let me see, we'll click this, remove, and then yeah, we're gonna go ahead and click the link to a site page and click listings again. So we're gonna go ahead and save this as it is. We're gonna preview it. So now when we click this for sale and for release text on these images here, this should link us to the listings page. So we're gonna click this right now, and look, it takes us to the listings page. And let's go back again. Oh, I'm sorry. Looks like, oh, I guess I exited the preview, but let's see here. We're gonna click home again. Okay, so just waiting for the preview to show up again, but I just want to make sure this works for the for release button. So we're gonna go down, click the for release button, and this should take us to the listings again. So yeah, I hope this helps out a lot, Renee. Again, as we work and as I work on more of the website, I'll help you kind of navigate everything and redirect everything. But I'd hope this kind of like built a solid foundation as far as how to add certain things like buttons, clickable text links, and something of the sort to kind of like redirect users back and forth on your website without having to redirect back to the homepage. This is just going to take a bit of tweaking, a bit of playing around. But yeah. So yeah, just let me know if you have any questions, Renee. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Looks like everything is good from what I'm seeing. Like again, just a little bit of redirecting, a little playing around, and this website should be good to go. So yeah, hope everything is going good. Again, email back with any questions, and yeah, take care.